'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The children were snuggled all tight in their bed. While visions of treats danced in their head. Okay, so we just have to address something here, Jackson. Your eye is shooting rainbows, first of all. Is this not an entitled cat or what? Jackson, look this way, baby. Your laser kitty. Pew, pew, pew. And this big lug over here wake up and say hi. We need our daily kitty clip. We need our kitty clip. Wake up. Oh, another laser kitty. But back to this situation. In my grandson's pack and play, under a blanket with his head on the pillow. I'll tell you, it doesn't get any better if you're one of my cats. All right, guys. Enough with the foolishness and on with the show. Hey, guys. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. Hold on. Welcome back to another video. But before I get into that, I want to show you yesterday's projects, how cute they came out. So these were the Christmas ornaments I made. I wanted to give you a chance to see them up close and personal. They were a lot of fun to do. The only thing I'm mad about is that I didn't buy more so that I could do my whole tree. But I've decided that these are going to go to a few people. Anyway. So they're really, really pretty. And it's just something unique and inexpensive to make. Look at these cells here. See how the blue is inside of them? Really pretty. And then here is the heart. But as I was saying, and this is a magnet, as I was saying, it's a really inexpensive gift to make. And I like personal gifts from people. That's the back. I taped them, obviously, because it's a magnet. So you see not much resin got on there. They work fine. Doesn't interfere with it sticking at all. But to me, I like getting gifts that are handmade. That's just me. Shows a lot of character and love. Anyway, so what you see in front of you is a gold canvas that I had some extra gold left over. And I poured it on this canvas because I didn't want to waste it, figuring I would use it as a negative space. But stupid me, not thinking, took a popsicle stick and just like swiped through it, playing around. And now it's got those streaks. So I'm going to just pour over it. Colors I'm using today are Purple Gold by Rez, one of my favorite colors. I love this color. And then we have Mother of Gold by Rez. I'm sorry, I always call it that, Mother of Pearl. It's a really very pale pink that is very iridescent. It's really, really pretty. Then I have one color here by Color Art. This one, I believe, is the Mystic Primrose. And then I have the Blue Moon also. Very similar in color. And then for gold, I'm going to use Liquid Gold Leaf. So there's the gold. Okay. The only color I haven't mixed up yet is the black. And that is because it's Stonecoat. And I see a lot of people either getting cells or not getting them. well, I should say they get them and then they disappear. So I'm going to show you what I do to ensure that they stay, because here's the thing with the Stonecoat. If you add too much, it will overwork itself and the cells will just break up. There will be two, because it is an oil-based pigment. There's some type of oil in there. So if you put too much of it in the resin, it's just going to kind of separate the cells. So you have to only add enough until it's opaque. So I'm going to show you what I do to ensure that I don't over add it. And the thing is with this stuff is you do not need a lot. So this, I have mine in this little squeeze bottle because the jars are a pain. Once you use it one time and you try to pour it out of the jar, it gets around the rim of the lid and then it like glues itself shut. Now, if you have that and that's a problem, you can take your heat gun and lightly heat the rim and it'll twist right off. But I just didn't want to have to do that every time I used it, so I put it in a little squeeze bottle. So I have my clear resin here, and I have just a little sheet of wax stencil paper, a little scrap. So what I do is I literally add a tiny bit at a time and test it on the paper to see if it is opaque enough. So I would say that is about a half of a teaspoon worth of Stonecoat black base tint. So I'm going to mix it up and you'll see that it looks black, but it could be deceiving. It may be a smoky brown when you apply it to your canvas. So what I do is I will take just a little tiny bit and I will smear it out. And as you can see, this looks pitch black, but look at my paper. I'm going to bring it over there to make sure you guys can see up close. See? So what I will do is I will add a little bit more at a time until this paper I cannot see through it. And when I say a little bit at a time, I mean a quarter of a teaspoon each time I add it. My resin's already getting hot on me a little bit, so I really have to move it here. All right, so I have it mixed up good. I'm going to wipe off my stick, and then I'm just going to grab a little bit, put it on the paper, spread it out. It's still light, so I have to add a little bit more. This way, if you do it like this, also, you don't waste product and your cells seem to stay intact. All right, so I'm going to wipe off again and grab a little bit more. And now that is nice and opaque. Okay, you see the differences? So that's what I do. Just like that. So what I'm going to do is put on some gloves and start the show. Now, if you're going to use this as a black negative space, you could probably avoid the piece of paper and just try it in a little area on your canvas. And if it's not dark enough, just cover over it. It's totally up to you. I just do the little piece of paper because I like it on, this is a gold background. I put it on bright white, so I make sure that it's dark enough. All right, so what I'm going to do here is put some of this around the outer edge. Already making a mess. Just on the outer edge for now. Okay, and then I'm going to, let's do some, I'm not sure if I have enough to cover the whole thing, so I'm going to do some lines through it, through the entire square that I just made. And then, now that I know I have some enough here, I'm going to go in between those. Okay, and then I'm going to save what I have left for after. I'm going to take my little stick here and just pull it right up to the edge, not over the edge, but up to it. Doesn't have to be perfect. There's going to be other color coming that way on this design. I'm just trying to spread it out a little bit, that's all. For resin, I am using Envirotex. This is a darker painting. I was explaining to someone today that I like to use Envirotex when I do the darker paintings because it is cheaper than the other brands. And it doesn't matter if it yellows or not if you have a bunch of dark colors in there. But again, I will say I have some paintings that are 2-3 years old that are light paintings that I used with Envirotex and they haven't yellowed. So maybe it just depends on where you have it located. All right, so I'm going to start adding my colors. Maybe I'll try to do a swipe. I haven't really been successful with one yet, so let's see. This is the Blue Moon. I'm just thinking of something here. I don't know if a swipe's going to work with those spaces. I got to make sure I fill those in. And I'm just going to plop that one right there. All right, next up, next to that one, I'm going to do the Mystic Primrose. Just set that right there. Lift this one up. Now, even though I had that cup tilted over, you can see there's still some in there, so I just grab it out really quick with the stick. Every little bit matters and helps. Okay. Next up, the purple gold. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in these holes that are left with the purple gold. I love this color. Absolutely love it. Almost done, guys. Just gonna keep doing it till I see no canvas, which is almost done here. Okay, and then I'll probably go right through the center here. Which way I'll be swiping this, only God knows. Alright, I'm going to save the rest of that in case I need it. And now this is the mother of pearl. Kind of just going to stick it on or around that purple because the two together make a phenomenal color. It almost makes it look like, you ever see those storms in Arizona with the purple lightning? Makes it look like that. I could show you what I'm talking about if it doesn't happen in this one. Because I have one right over here where it happened. It just lights that sucker up. I love it. You know, I never in a million years, when I was younger, thought I would get excited over colors. Resin pastes and mica powders. And I'm sure a lot of you are like that too. Back then I was dreaming about marrying Bon Jovi and living happily ever after. Well, actually, I'm still dreaming about that. Still waiting for it to come true. And I think my husband's praying even more that it comes true. Get her out of here. All right. I think we're about to, ready to show this baby who's in charge. I think that's good. So, let me get my namaste on. I'm saving the gold for the end. What I have here is called wax stencil paper. They sell it at Hobby Lobby. If you wipe it off, it is reusable. I'm going to test today if it dries on there, if you can peel it off, because it does have a wax film on it. Although I highly doubt it. But anyway, I like to use this to swipe because it's nice, really thick. Okay. I also saw somebody in a group mention they use the little postcards that come in the mail, the junk flyers like the politicians send and stuff like that. That's also a brilliant idea because that's like the right thickness. All right, so let me shut up now. I'm going to cut this paper a little bit smaller so I can pull smaller sections. Obviously, the width of the paper determines how big your swipe is going to be. So, I'm going to start here, and I'm going to lay it there and tap it down very lightly. Put my hand here. I'm not pressing on it, though. And I'm going to pull in the direction I want to go in. And hope that it does something for me. We'll see if it starts to sell up. So with my stick, I come over to the side here. I don't know if you guys can see me, and I just pull it off. And then aim for another area. Let's see here. Let's go here. And pull. There's some cells popping up. All right, now this time I want to use it the wider piece, or use it the other way, long ways, and pull that way. Let's see what happens. Nope, I just dropped something in my resin. Yeah. I hate when that happens. I'm trying to get, a few uses out of this plastic before I get rid of it. Now, I'm going to grab another piece of this paper. You don't have to swipe the whole canvas. You could just do a few of them and then blow the rest out, which is what I'm going to do. Okay. That one I'm going to leave on there and see what happens if I could peel it off. Bear with me 1 second. I'm going to get my baby wipe. Clean off my hands a little bit. Alright, so now I'm going to get the heat gun on it. Do have some cute little cells popping up. And I'm going to move the rest of it around. Okay, heat it up a little bit. They're nice and hot. Just kind of going with the flow of the swipe. All right, it's enough heat for now. So now I want to just move it a little bit this way. I'm going to try to go with that flow. This is not moving for me over here because it didn't work on that area, so it's not hot at all. So let me just heat that up a little tiny bit more, that one area. See if it'll move now. Oh yeah, see, now it's moving very easily. Just want to get those colors over the edge there. Okay. Now I'm going to get my gold, come through this sucker and make it pop. Using Monica Barnes' word, pop, pop, pop. I love that woman. We got some really cool 3D looking cells going on here. Three-dimensional looking cells. All right, so here's my gold. So what I want to do is just test it in an area to see how it's going to look. Yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, I could do without it, but I kind of like it too, so we're going to use it. I kind of just draw it where I want it to go, if that makes sense. I don't drizzle it, I just run the stick right through the colors with the gold on it. And I always try to make them meet up somewhere. Something in my resin there. Yeah, I like that a lot. That is very, very pretty, guys. Or at least I think so. Need one more. Come here. Go down through here. And kind of meet up in the center again. Of course, there's always got to be one that gives you a problem. Well, that's going to have to be a little bit of a thicker one. Let's see here. see, I need a skewer to try to fix this one here, because it's bothering me. I literally taken the skewer and just dipping the end of it into the resin and trying to trace back over that just to get it more solid looking. But what I'm going to end up doing is screwing it up, so I'm leaving it alone. Now I'm going to leave it alone. So I have one more I want to do here, and that is this one. I do not know what's going on there. That's odd. Very odd. Okay, I'm done. So let me just pop some bubbles. I will take you in for a close-up. That's doing something really weird right there. But I'll see what happens. If I have to add a little dab of purple, I will. For now, I'm going to leave it alone. So here you have it. Try to show you the best I can without that light in the way. Do you see what I mean about that purple gold and the mother of pearl? How it like lightens, it lights up almost. I love it. I may play around with the gold lines a little bit just to straighten them out. But for the most part, it's done. So, I hope you enjoyed my little kitties in the beginning. My little spoiled babies. And I hope you guys are all having a great day. If you haven't already, would you please subscribe to my channel? And until next time, happy pouring, guys. Hey guys, since I didn't get to post the video yet, I might as well show you the end result also. I should probably just start doing this all the time anyway. Alright, so this came out beautiful. Look at what the gold did. It did like this. See if I could find another area of it. I don't know, it's just like turned into like little tiny rock, like pebbles almost, along the path. It's really, really pretty. Anyway, I will be listing this for sale, $75. And the sides I will be painting black, and it will get a final coat of resin once it sells. I always wait until it sells and just tell the buyer that you know, it'll be approximately 2 weeks before they get the painting, because I'm going to do the top coat on it, and it needs to cure and stuff. Between 7 and 14 days. We did get this little, it's a, not even, it's a little tiny divot there. It feels like, it looks like there's a hole, but there's not. But that's nothing. That will be filled in with the top coat. And I actually love it. I love how that little spot formed. But anyway, that is the painting. And I will see you guys on the next video.